Well there, Brodites. Welcome to Bit Brody's newest video. I may be smiling, but the emotions I'm feeling on the inside are horrendous. My name's Ann Morgana. You probably don't know me. I'm a very busy person. I'm here, there, everywhere. Currently here. I can't really say where, but I've had to go into hiding. And I needed to take weeks in hiding to try and figure out this video. So a little context. Brody reached out to me. Definitely it was that Brody reached out to me and asked me to make the funniest video that would have explained the Ant-Olympics to all of his fans that he definitely loves. And so I said, of course, yeah, sure. And I started getting to writing the script on my Wii. But a bunch of wacky shenanigans involving anteaters, a house fire, faulty 3DS batteries, anxiety over how Nikki from Swap Note's doing happened. It was a wild and wacky situation with a lot of laughs, a lot of crying, and a whole lot of heart, you know. Well, eventually it got to me, and so I need to take a break. And that's when I found this on my doorstep. The 8-Bit Brody Iceberg. And when I first saw it, I was like, what? You know, I was looking at it, I'm like, what is this? What is this? And so, like any curious mind, I read it, and I wish that God hadn't created us with curiosity. I wish that humans didn't have that. Because what I read really changed my perceptions of who Brody is. And I think you all need to know. So I'm going to read them, because if I just showed the contents, YouTube would get taken down entirely. It's too much to show. So I'm going to read them and kind of explain them to the best of my ability, which is far weaker than it once was. This has really done a number on me just to see the things in here. And I don't wish that upon even the worst of enemies. So instead, I'm just going to read it for you guys and explain it. Much like, the Super Mario icebergs and the Legend of Zelda icebergs and the, I think it's topical and relevant way to expose 8-Bit Brody and reveal the truths. Well, without further ado, let's begin. At the frothy tip of the iceberg, that is the truths of 8-Bit Brody. And this one's easy, it's the obvious one. The Ant-Olympics are real. I just want to make that 100% clear. The Ant-Olympics are very real. There's no way they could be false. There's in no way, shape, or form that this is 8-Bit Brody just kind of sitting back, doing nothing, being lazy, while other hardworking folks make all of his videos for him. No way possible. Impossible. I've seen things myself. I need some information in order to make the funniest video that would explain the Ant-Olympics. And I got pictures here, but they're really blurry, and this camera wouldn't pick them up, really. It would just look like I took a bunch of gray paint and just splattered it all over the place. So now that we got the fun out of the way, let's go to the serious. Here's the first lie. His sideburns don't naturally grow that way. No. It doesn't actually go like that. And I'm looking at the pictures here. They're pretty scary. I can't look at them. I'm gonna go to the next point. We just go right to the next point. But just to reiterate, his sideburns don't naturally grow that way. Now, when I read that at first, I was like, well, if he's lying about that, what else is he lying about? Here's the next one. Brody doesn't actually hold people hostage. I know. You've seen the videos. I've seen the videos. Everyone's seen the videos. Who hasn't watched one of 8-Bit Brody's wonderful videos? He's not actually holding those people hostage, though, in the videos where it looks like he is. But to actually explain what's going on, it'd be too graphic. I'm looking at it. It's pretty intense. Don't want to get 3 strikes on him, even if my opinion of him is vastly different. So we're just going to leave it at that. He doesn't hold people hostage, but knowing what he actually does for those people, too graphic. And now we're on to the shaft of the iceberg. This is where it gets a little, it's not for the faint of heart here on out. Fair warning. But I was reached out to and asked to do this video, but I was wondering about some of his other guests on his channel. And I learned the methods of it, of how he gets them. Just looking at these, it's leaving me shooken. I'm at a loss of words. I'm stumbling just because, oh my, really? Brody's polite is how he gets the other guests. And now you might be like, oh, okay, what's so bad about that? He's polite. Good for Brody. Polite is a code. It's a code for what he sends. And what he sends to those people are pretty ominous, lengthy, intense, and torturous to read emails. And I'm looking at these emails and my heart hurts at reading these emails. I can't look anymore. We're going on to the next point. And this next one, I hope you're all sitting down. I hope you're not at work, because you're going to need to pause it, take a break, reflect on everything you've thought up to this moment. So we all know 8-Bit Brody as the used car dealer of YouTube, right? His channel being the used car dealership of YouTube, right? Well, the truth is, he actually runs a new car dealership. I know, I was shocked too. I got pictures of it here, but you don't want to see them. You'd be as heartbroken as I am. You can't imagine it. Now, Brody knows me, but beyond that, this next lie is it's too scary to go any further, so I'm just going to leave it at this. Last time I tried to even explain further to someone, I had nightmares for a week. So the lie is that Brody knows people. Brody doesn't actually know anyone. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that one there. But from there, we go into the firm mass. We're halfway. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit. So hopefully you can follow through, all right? Because it gets wild. And this first one is that Brody's an Illuminati sleeper agent. If you look in every photo that's ever been taken, Brody's there. And you just have to look at it, with the right eyes and the right light. Like, you literally need to find the perfect UV spectrum, and the instructions are you can't see below, but I've peed my pants. It's scary. So we're just gonna leave it at that. This next one, though, you're wondering if Brody's an Illuminati sleeper agent. They probably were involved in his creation, and you're right. 8-Bit Brody's a clone whose DNA is based off of Bob Odenkirk. Have you never looked at the two side by side? he looks like Bob Odenkirk, and that one's, I guess, not really too scary, but the experiment and the files on Brody here from the Illuminati, those are scary. Those are gruesome. So we're moving right on. Brody was involved in creating YouTube. Okay, now this one actually, I know I said it'd be quick, but this one's gonna take a bit. So way back in the day, Brody and his partner John YouTube came up with the idea for this website YouTube. John, though, got greedy and stole the idea and all of the code and everything that was used to create YouTube and tried to do his own thing. Well, Brody, not having any of that, made John YouTube disappear. And in order to keep himself safe, he actually handed off that information to Google, and they used the code and everything to create Google Video. I'm just going to give you a couple seconds to absorb all that. Okay, yeah, that's enough time. On to the damp, cavernous chasm, the bottom. This is very intense, but his profile picture for like YouTube and stuff is on some Dorian Gray bullshit. Like, that's how Brody keeps his appearances eternal. You don't really want to see what he looks like. I'm looking at no. We're moving on. So everything else up to this point has been a lie, right? What else could there be a lie about with 8-Bit Brody, right? It's his name. It's not actually 8-Bit Brody. In fact, everyone thinks he's just Brody. That's what he likes calling himself in real life. I've got his birth certificate right here. And his actual name is 8-Bit Brody Thew. And that 8-bit part isn't even true either, because that's the next fact. He's not even 8-bit. He's 64-bit. I know. It's intense. I actually couldn't read any further than this right here. So we're going to read it together, all right? The final fact, the one I couldn't read, is Brody isn't uploading this video. Wait. Oh, just my luck.